Hey, everybody, this is Madhav here from the Remote Marketing Podcast. Today, I'm speaking with Saralyn, who's a serial affiliate marketer and the director of affiliate marketing at LiquidWeb. And she's oversees and manages the affiliate programs for LiquidWeb, Nexus, and iThemes. And today, we're going to chat about affiliate marketing at scale. Welcome to the show, Saralyn.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, appreciate you here. So let's kind of start with can you kind of give us a little bit of background of your day to day, responsibilities at LiquidWeb as the director of affiliate marketing?
Yeah, of course. So LiquidWeb, they are great at keeping me busy, which is a great thing. That's why I'm over three different brands. And we also have a few smaller brands that are owned by iThemes. So it's a lot of overview. I have a wonderful team of account managers that I work with every day, a lot of analytics. I do a lot of marketing even. I get to do A/B testing of landing pages and honestly, a little bit of everything. It's hard being a director because it's, I guess, different from what a regular affiliate manager. I don't get to talk to the affiliates as much as I used to. It's a lot more overview, but I do get to work with the team, get to brainstorm with them, strategize with them. Basically, a bigger picture type of position, which is really great, and it's a good change from a regular account manager.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I think with most director roles, I think it's pretty similar. You've got, a gazillion things to do. You got to prioritize on specific things, and you've got to, focus on these very different variety of tasks and everything. Be it, testing or
Yeah.
analytics or content creation. So that makes a lot of sense. At Liquid Web specifically, right? So I can see, you probably, I guess you're going to complete 2 years. So first of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
But what I wanted to understand was when you kind of joined Liquid Web, did you inherit an already existing affiliate program, or did you kind of like set it up yourself?
Yeah, so when I was hired, they had an existing program. It was an okay, healthy program. There were a lot of things that needed to be updated, need to be fixed. In the web hosting space, it is a very unique space, and so it was fun for me to come from a background. I was previously at Bluehost, so I have lived the web hosting tech life for a long time, and so I was able to come in and I guess see it from that perspective and make some changes that have had a lot of growth and they have been really good. But yeah, they had an existing program, but one thing that I particularly enjoy my career is coming in and seeing a program and seeing it with a new set of eyes, being able to tweak it, see what needs to be changed, see what needs to improve, and I guess kind of fix it. That's really something that I enjoy doing is fixing things that are, I wouldn't say broken, but need a little bit of love.
Yeah. What I mean, and so what are kind of like some of those, because it happens often, like
Mhm.
the life cycle of an affiliate marketing program, sorry, an affiliate program for any company, it starts out like this. You've got customers that, start requesting for an affiliate program for a couple of years until, you just have to kind of set it up. And then once you kind of set it up, you get an organic, you get some affiliates organically. And then, once it kind of grows to scale, then yeah, I mean, sorry, once it starts showing some scale, then you kind of come in and then start, tackling certain challenges.
Mhm.
So what are kind of like those initial set of challenges that you faced once you kind of inherited Liquid Web's affiliate program at its state, when you kind of came
Yeah.
over?
Well, I think one, I would say, difficulty for all affiliate marketing in general is every affiliate program is so different, and every
Mhm.
affiliate manager has a different focus. I am huge on quality over quantity. I
Mhm.
would rather give a lot of time and energy to affiliates that are exactly what I need in the space. They're credible, they're reliable, they're considered influencers. Work with them, make sure they get VIP treatment versus several hundred affiliates that I don't know if they'll ever bring me anything. They might maybe bring a sale here and there. They might talk about us. And in fact, it could probably hurt our brand if these people are talking about us when they're also talking about products that are not reputable.
Mhm.
So that was a challenge I came and faced is I think the big focus was quantity. And so I came in and said, hey, let's clean up the program. Let's get rid of any of these affiliates that we consider we don't want to associate our brand with them. And let's focus on getting these influencers in the space that people are going to trust, that we know they're going to like, and let's give them that VIP treatment, get them to test us, get them to trust us, show them why they should be promoting us, and let's grow from there. So that was a huge, I think the biggest hurdle was just, I wanted to change the focus. I wanted to make sure we were focusing on quality, get where we need to be, get credible sources, and get away from all that noise.
Got it. And I think that's almost like I mean, a lot of people kind of focus on that as well, right? Like, there's a common fact that the top 20% of affiliates bring in 80% of the revenue, right? And yeah, and you obviously, and that's with any affiliate program. And you obviously focused on the quality bit, right? Um,
Mhm.
but a big question there is that with when you're kind of going for quality and kind of giving VIP treatment to all of these big affiliates, right? When you're kind of looking at acquiring new affiliates, which have a
Mhm.
huge audience, let's say someone like Pat Flynn, or even Joe Rogan or somebody like that. These are people that probably get 10 emails a day about, hey, could you join our affiliate program and everything, right? And of course a strong brand helps, but they're still incredibly hard to kind of recruit, right? So
Mhm.
and like we've seen in the past, you send them like gazillion emails, and they'll be like, oh sure, I'll check you guys out, and then there's no response. So like, how do you kind of tackle the quality bit? Like, that these
Mhm.
top 20% affiliates will bring in a lot of revenue, and these are these potentials that are gonna kind of bring in like a majority of your revenue. So how do you kind of recruit these super high quality people, super high quality affiliates?
Yeah. Well, first, let me also specify, when I say VIP, even quality, it doesn't have to be someone with a huge following. I actually am a big on having customers promote us because I consider them
Mhm.
quality. Even if they don't send us a lot, I know that they trust us and I know that they're credible. So one thing I did do was add like a refer a friend program that's tied into our affiliate program for all customers. So I don't want to just say not everyone should be an affiliate. I should specify that as well, but that's also what I mean by quality. But for VIPs, I mean, I've actually met several of them. Pat Flynn, I have to say, is just probably the nicest person you will ever meet. And every single one of them is driven by something. For example, you could go to Pat and say, hey, I will pay you $1,000 a sale. You want $1,000 CPA? We can do it. He'll say no. He doesn't care.
Mhm.
He says, does it match my brand? Is it a good product? Do I feel comfortable promoting it? If so, then he'll give you the time of day. And so that's kind of where it does get difficult. There are some influencers who are all about money. They are very much, you pay me 10 times what you'd be getting back. You pay me all this stuff and then I'll talk about you. And those are always tricky. They're kind of necessary, the necessary things you have to work with, negotiate with. But then there are just good people who promote products that they love. And so with those, I try to make sure that I have a good product that I'm backing up. And if I don't have a good product, how can I make it that good product? I would never want someone to compromise their integrity by having them promote us and then we have downtime, or they send all these people their way and then they're getting emails with complaints. That is the biggest way to make a VIP influencer hate you. And so, it is a lot of sending emails. It's a lot of standing out, mostly just figuring out what they're really motivated by and talk to that. I personally love working with those influencers who care about the integrity. They don't care how much I pay them. They just really want to make sure that they put their name on a brand and a product that they're proud of.
Got it. Got it. That makes sense. We're gonna chat a little bit about this, but let's kind of come to the other side of the coin, which is quantity, right? So,
Mhm.
like, so that makes sense. The quality, be it these VIPs, or be it people who are even legit customers who can actually, like, review you. That makes sense. But there is another side of affiliates, which is basically this: the 80% affiliates that we bring in 20% of the revenue, or however we want to call that. But that is an incredibly long tail of affiliates that, if you use properly, can kind of bring in a lot of revenue. And maybe
Absolutely.
there's an affiliate that's not big right now, but 4 or 5 years later might have, like, I don't know, 1 million visitors on their blog a month, right? And so these are all potentials that could become big. So have you in your past roles ever kind of focused on this long tail quantity of affiliates, and like how did you kind of like scale that? Like how do you acquire this long tail of affiliates at scale?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's one of the challenges of affiliate marketing is that long tail is such a huge group of affiliates, and how can I have the people on my team, or even if it's just me, how can I contact these thousands of affiliates and get them set up? So one big important thing is to make sure that the program itself can run smoothly, right? When they sign up, it's seamless. When they get a welcome email, it has their links, maybe a coupon, it has exactly what they need, and then they're getting periodic emails, not overwhelming, but just to keep them on track. And then I'm big on just monitoring them. I love looking at their sites. I love looking at their social media. Sometimes I follow them. I try to be as engaged as I can because I think it's important not to disregard them. I actually worked with a program that had it's like a mom company, like a mom product. And there was this affiliate who had only 19,000 followers. But in 1 month, I think she brought in $40,000 worth of revenue for this company.
Wow.
And I was shocked. I was amazed. I said, "How she only has 19,000 followers?" But those 19,000 followers were all moms. When she posted about this product, they all purchased. So never, I'm a big believer, never discredit them, but it is a challenge. I really like doing ways that we can engage them. For example, at LiquidWeb and Nexus, we do a quarterly contest.
Hmm.
And we tell all of our affiliates each quarter we pick something. For example, in December, we did create a video, or we've done write an article or post on social media about this product. And we actually have contests that anyone can win, even if they have no following, but just because we like the content. And we'll actually share that content on our blog. Every quarter, we say, "Hey, check out these great articles on this topic." And so sometimes I think you have to be creative. You have to find, how
Hmm.
can I engage all these people who may not have a following, but they're really trying. And then I can even give them a little shout out on my website or on our blog. Boom, right there, they got maybe a few upticks. So I wish I had the magic answer to solve all that. But it's really just keeping an eye, knowing who your people are, good, big and small, VIPs and long tail affiliates, and then finding ways to engage them each quarter or each month as you can.
That makes sense. I think because like for example, this group that you said, 1900 followers and mom group, like this is the exact kind of micro influencers, that are
Hmm.
just out there that have like these really high, despite like a small audience, it's a super highly engaged audience, focused on a really really specific vertical. And that's why I think that the big fits, and obviously, we should be kind of, trying to kind of like not leave behind these micro influencers. And the idea that you kind of came up with, like the quarterly contest that you create a video, that's a great way to kind of activate these people. When you kind of when you run these contests, like what is the typical engagement rate you see from these long tails? Like let's say, like is it like 10% of these new affiliates participate in a quarterly giveaway, or everybody participates? What's the engagement like?
Honestly, it depends on depends on what the topic is.
Hmm.
Uh, our video, we got way less response because a lot of people may not have a YouTube site. That was more focused towards people who maybe are on YouTube. But we only started doing it just this last year, so we've only had, I think, about 6 contests total we've done. And it started with, maybe we had a few entries the first quarter, the next quarter we had a few more, and now we're having, I mean, dozens of entries,
Hmm.
which is really fun and exciting to see. And it's great because it's a contest that I feel puts them on equal footing. We don't judge on followers, we don't judge on visits, we judge solely on the content. So this
Hmm.
person could maybe start a brand new blog, maybe only a few blog posts, but the content they made is amazing. We'll highlight that.
Hmm.
That deserves to be shared. And so it's still, like I said, we've only had 6 contests, and so I consider that several dozen entries to be a win. I mean, I think the last one was like 60 entries.
Hmm.
I'd have to look, but I consider that a huge win, and I'm hoping each quarter, maybe not this video, but maybe next one, as it's more content driven, that will have way more keep applying.
Got it, got it. But that's a pretty sweet idea. And I've seen, I've even seen the guys at ConvertKit. They also run these giveaways once in a while. But I think this kind of brings me to the topic of so there's, I guess there are two aspects of a good functioning affiliate marketing program. One is kind of the recruitment of affiliates and kind of acquiring qualified affiliates at scale, and the other is improving the performance of existing affiliates, right? And what you just said, right, like the quarterly giveaway is a great fit within that. It helps activate them or kind of get them engaged or get them to create their first content, right? At a scale where you're operating at, with LiquidWeb or Bluehost and all of these other affiliate programs you've managed now or in the past, what are kind of like some of the big ways you've kind of figured out like how to improve the performance of existing affiliates? Like, I mean, that you'd say that 80% results kind of come from these two or three things that make sense.
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously, like you mentioned, the first part is recruiting, right? And I think some programs focus way too much on the new and kind of forget their people who are there. And so, me being the director, I incentivize my team. We have kind of a, like a bonus plan that's actually based partly on recruiting and then a big part on optimization. So they need to make sure that their current affiliates are updating all their content, are still participating in things. We try to keep them engaged as much as possible. If they haven't talked to them in so long, we try to, hey, you need to reach out to them. It's really a lot of just trying to incentivize my team to not focus on the new and shiny, but to keep what's going. We also have some tools that we use to monitor type of things. We have one that we call it's called BuzzSumo, and we get alerts daily when someone mentions us if anything happens. And so we try to always stay on top of that and say, oh, this person mentioned us, and we'll even check the content and check their links and make sure that they are accurate.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, that is one thing that with Nexus and LiquidWeb we have had. I wouldn't call it a challenge. It has been just a new thing we have to figure out because we have made several changes to our products and we continue to make new changes, which means our affiliates have to continue updating all of their content. And so that's been something we focus a lot on is let's make sure that even if they posted, how do we make it evergreen, right? They wrote an article about us. How can they find that article? Let's not get it lost in the shuffle and make sure that article is continued to be updated, right? If we updated our price, which we did, we dropped it, we have to contact them to make sure prices are as low as they're showing. So again, this is one of the regular challenges, but I find it huge to just incentivize my team, find tools that you can use to keep track of them. I'm also a big believer in Salesforce. Love that thing. Went from Google spreadsheets to Salesforce, and whew, let me tell you, life changing. So tools is a great thing as well.
That makes sense. And it's interesting that you brought up kind of Salesforce. I almost think, I mean, I could be wrong, but like, I think affiliate marketing is kind of very similar to enterprise sales. It's almost like you have to really, really commit to, certain clients, which are kind of like affiliates, and really, build those relationships and kind of manage them through kind of like a CRM. So it's great that and to be honest, like you're the first person I actually spoke to who actually operates our Salesforce to kind of manage their affiliates, which is pretty awesome. I'm very curious to know what, like, how do you, like, I guess like you know with the system for like I'm just kind of thinking of the bonus structure for like for kind of acquiring new affiliates. It's pretty simple, right? Here's the number of affiliates you've kind of signed up, right? For improving the performance of your existing affiliates, right? You said one way was to, if someone mentions, you on whatever BuzzSumo, then it's maybe 1 point to their bonus system or something like that. But like, how, I still feel like it's a little hard to kind of I don't know, quantify the improving the performance of existing affiliates. So what are kind of like some key KPIs that you kind of look at for that bonus system for this particular aspect?
Yeah, well, there are a few different pieces to that. So the first one, talking about Salesforce, one great thing I love about using Salesforce is you can create opportunities. So you can create leads as if it were like a sales platform. And when one of my people finds a new affiliate, or I find one, hey, these people talk about hosting, we should be on that. I'll add it as a lead, right? So we can watch it down the channel. We can also create opportunities. So I can say, hey, your affiliate Bob, he should add this, or he needs to update this, or I noticed that he wrote an article, but didn't even put his affiliate link, or something wrong, I can add it as an opportunity, and that is completely tracked. So that is one part of it. I guess you consider it more of like a sales bonus type thing that you would a sales team, right? We can track it all within Salesforce. And then of course we do have the sales side. We have to start seeing results. And so I'm a big believer in data. I'm actually, I was a data analyst for a little bit, if you look on my LinkedIn. And so I'm a huge believer in seeing, I guess, the trends, right? If an affiliate makes a change, do we see results in clicks? Do we see results in conversion rate? Conversion rate is huge. And I actually think conversion rate is a big part on us. I have seen so much change come from what we put on our landing pages. An affiliate can write an amazing article about you, perfect as if you wrote it yourself, saying everything right. And then they come to your landing page and that customer is like, nah, I'm out. Or they sign up and customer service is awful, the experience is awful, the site is too hard to sign up, and they're out as well. So I do try to focus on our affiliates, but I say there's only so much we can, quote, control them, right? I can only twist their arm so much, say, hey, write this, but it won't matter if what they see when they come to our site is not it. And so a huge focus, I'd say, in performance for affiliates is on us. I have to make sure our landing pages are good. I do a lot of A/B testing. I do, a lot of content tests, and have, we actually just hired a new design team to revamp all of our landing pages because we had a good conversion rate, but not good enough. So yes, I think a lot of it is on the affiliates, but don't forget, we're also really responsible as well.
But I mean, I completely agree on the conversion rate. I think it kind of comes back to that same thing that you mentioned, right? Like that mom's group. You'd probably have like a maybe 3 times more conversion rate than somebody who gets maybe 500,000 followers or something like that, and then that's where it's a promising affiliate right there. What and do you kind of track the conversion rates of these affiliates in Salesforce, or do you guys use a separate tool for that?
Yeah, so we use Impact Radius for our network. And then we also have a tool that our developers have created called Power BI that they've built all of these reports by scratch, where we can see the click-through rates, we can see where the audience is coming from, how often they're on the site. We even use heat mapping to see what are they clicking, what are they looking at. So I try to put data in all of this because it's
Nice.
really hard for us to figure it out unless we can see that.
That's a lethal combination, a director and an analyst, almost like a data scientist. It's pretty awesome. But all right, okay. So we've talked about improving the performance of existing, affiliates, right? Let's kind of
Yeah.
jump to the second aspect of it, acquiring qualified affiliates at scale. So I was looking at LinkedIn, and you guys, you seem to go to conferences to kind of acquire affiliates and all of that. Like, so what are the things, like what do you do on a on a team level, be it here at LiquidWeb or in the past, to acquire qualified affiliates at scale? Because I think one of the biggest challenges with any affiliate program, I think that's where a program kind of has to make this really, really difficult transition of being a successful qualified affiliate program or not. Is basically this, right? Like you like I said, in the life cycle, there comes a point where customers start requesting for an affiliate program, and then you create an affiliate program, and then like you may be linked to that affiliate program on your website, and then you get some qualified signups, like people coming through your website and kind of going to the form and signing up, and you're approving their applications. But beyond that, when you have to actively take control in the number of affiliates that are kind of signing up on a daily basis, that's where things kind of get a little hard, right? And especially qualified affiliates, it's easy to absolutely, I mean, without kind of being explicit enough, I'm not a big fan of coupon sites, and we are
Yes, me
absolutely a
neither.
bit yeah. So they're kind of like the they're kind of like the unfortunate bit in there. But so when we try to scale, you'd see a lot of these kind of people coming in and everything. So my question here is that in the past and right now, how do you kind of acquire qualified affiliates at scale?
Yeah, absolutely. It's I think it does depend on where you are, I guess, in your brand. Because the first aspect is, of course, I'd say you have to have a team to recruit, right? Your account managers, they have to be the ones that are looking at the people who are top on Google for your keywords. And
Mhm.
those change daily, weekly, monthly. So they have to be always on that. And then one great thing is, I think the more affiliates you have that promote you, the more your reputation goes out, and affiliates love to talk.
Yeah.
And if your program is doing well, next thing you know, all these people are signing up and you're like, whoa, who did you reach out to them? I didn't. Did you? Wow. Like they're huge. They just signed up on their own. And so I think it's definitely a lot of, I'm a big believer, like I said, in quality. Not a big fan of coupon sites. We definitely restrict that in all the programs I've dealt with. And so it's a lot of making sure that you're working with the right people that people would look and say, wow, they promote this product and they look into it. There's also articles that do talk about affiliate marketing. That's something that we actually have gone onto their sites and they do promote our program, which has been nice. I also think it's a lot of internal. All the sales team, all the customer service reps know about our affiliate program. So when a customer calls in and they happen to mention like, oh, I'm a web developer, or, oh, I have a blog, they'll actually do research for us. And if they find that they're a good fit for affiliates, they might mention, hey, you should check out our affiliate program. Do you mind if I send you more info? Right. And so I think as far as with a company, you have to have a company that is completely behind you in affiliates, that recognizes it is a revenue driver, recognizes that it can do a lot for the brand reputation, and I need the entire team behind me. That's been really successful, at least where I am now and in other programs I've worked with, just having the entire corporation know if you have a potential affiliate that calls in that is a customer, man, that's as VIP as it gets, right? Those people are
Yeah.
gold mines.
And do you have like an internal company definition of this quality? Like, so for example, like how would a new support rep or a new sales rep in the company know that this is
Mhm.
somebody that should be forwarded to your department?
Yeah, so we do have they have training docs that they use for all new people. We're unique in the fact that, like I mentioned, we have a refer a friend program that's built into our program, and that refer a friend isn't paid via commission, it's paid via hosting credits.
Mm-hmm.
So typically they can recommend that if they feel like they're more smaller, if they might maybe send a couple friends over. In fact, when you log into the Nexus portal or the Liquid portal, you're going to see a refer a friend bucket. And if they click on that and they do really well, we actually integrate them as a full-fledged affiliate. So they're trained. We try to keep uh, docs updated of, hey, if they look like this, send them our way. Or if you're not even sure, we have Slack, just send someone on my team a ping, send them the account, we'll take a look. And even if they're not very good, we still want to give them that opportunity. I try really hard to be like I'll speak at conferences about affiliate marketing. I try to be very transparent, just in general. A lot of people don't know what affiliate marketing is. So I think if you just share the love and spread it as much as possible. So if that sales rep happens to mention the affiliate program and they're not ready, that's fine. But at least that kind of planted that seed. Maybe they'll go join other programs and eventually they'll come back to us. So, I think it's kind of a long game in that sense too.
Yeah, that makes sense. And kind of to your point, what you mentioned, right? Like, I think with affiliate programs, as you kind of keep scaling it, and as the program kind of grows, and the more affiliates you have, the more they talk about you. So I think it starts getting easier the bigger it becomes, because you start getting much higher people kind of coming in just through referrals that, oh, I saw their affiliate. I mean, they're making money from your affiliate program, so let me sign up for that. Um, so in like, do you feel, and so in terms of acquiring qualified affiliates at scale, there are all of these different ways. You've said through an internal company, people might refer you from there. People finding it on their own. Is there any space for cold outreach in your affiliate marketing unit in terms of acquisition? Do you guys do any of
Yeah.
that?
Absolutely. My team, a big part of them is recruiting. I do put it on them as far as my team goes to find a lot of their own recruits. I help as much as I can. I get leads. We do have tools to, like I said, like BuzzSumo, they'll mention, hey, this person mentioned WordPress,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll go research it and assign it as a lead. And so there's a lot of that. I'm not a big fan of cold calling. Does anyone even call anymore? Like on the phone? Like if I get a number, I'm not answering it if I don't know who it is.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I think email is a huge thing. We have tools to help locate emails and we can send their outreach. We're big on testing emails, making sure they're not too aggressive. What really helps, so it lets people answer it. I mean, in that sense, it is a little bit like, I guess, like a sales team. I do consider it a bit. There's these emails you have to send. But yeah, it's really, my team's been really good at it. They're good at finding people. We try not to be those people who spam. I'm actually not a big fan of LinkedIn contacts, but that's just me on a personal level.
Yeah.
So we try to be unaggressive yet persuasive if we can be.
Got it, got it. And so I'm guessing with cold outreach, right? Like you never kind of acquire an affiliate on their first email. It's usually a long game. Either you follow up with them like 5 or 6 times in the next 6 months just to kind of get their attention, because usually they're like, oh, hey, sure, I'll try it out, and then that's it. That's the end of the conversation.
Yep.
Do you guys also do that? Like, do you have like a long like, is it kind of part of your culture to kind of follow up with them until they reply back?
Yeah. So I try again not to be super aggressive. So I'll say, hey, send out the first email. If they don't get back to you in a week, maybe send email number two. If they don't get back, give them 2 more weeks and then reply. And then if not, transfer it over. Because what I found is, especially me as an account manager, people connect with different people.
Mhm.
And there will be people that one person on my team tried to contact and never got back to them. And they even replied a couple times and just never replied.
Hmm.
Send it over to someone new immediately. Yeah, let's do it. Just because of, I don't know, the personnel, they could be the same emails. It's the weirdest thing. And I like to have them test different emails. I've had, some people reply with a one-line email. Hey, I'd love to talk to you about an affiliate partnership.
Hmm.
They reply, tell me more. I have others who want you to send the entire proposal on email one, or they will not even look at it. And I've tested, I've been in this game for years. I've tested so many different approaches, and I'm amazed how some of them work so well, some of them don't, or they switch. And so I'm a big believer in just, let's test some things out. Let's be kind. Let's try to give them information, come from a place of, hey, we're trying to help you. I'd love to partner with you. I'm a big believer in doing research. Don't just send emails out like crazy. Say, hey, Bob, I love your site. I love that you talk about this, this, and this on this article. And I like, I'm a big believer in being very specific and show I didn't just email you from some list of 10,000 emails. I saw your site. I know who you are. I saw your article. I'm reaching out to you specifically. So that's been, I think, overall the best thing you can do. And then just test some things out.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. And do you guys also kind of what's your take on these affiliate networks? Like, be it Commission Junction or the others. I don't know what's it called.
A-Win.
Awin, yes, Awin, right?
Mhm.
What's your opinion on that?
You know, I have very strong opinions on several things, and I will try to keep this polite and not bash on anything or any company. I have used, I think, probably almost any network you can imagine, especially internal programs too. I think it just depends on what you're looking for. One of my favorites that we're using now on all brands is Impact Radius. It does happen to be the most expensive.
Hmm.
However, for me, it has the most tools, like most uploads, right? So
Hmm.
a lot of the other networks have problems where I can't just upload a list of cancellations. I can't upload a list of emails. Like it was so hard for me to do things. I felt like I was spending a lot of time doing it manually. If you have a smaller program, that's fantastic,
Yeah.
right? But if you have several thousands of affiliates that I'm dealing with on a daily basis, I need something where I can just boom, 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 boom. It's all right there.
Yep.
And it does depend on your need. And so I do think a lot of them are meant for newbies or for different products, and they scale up. I've been actually using GoAF Pro for Shopify on a couple of things. And surprisingly, that is a really good network for
Hmm.
smaller programs, I'd say. But there's a lot of things out there, and you get what you pay for, is really what I'm trying to say.
Oh yeah, I agree. And I think in general, what I've seen with these affiliate networks is usually I think if you're selling like I don't know, like a gift or an e-commerce item, something that's like a one-time sale. I think those networks
Yep.
make more sense. But I think for a recurring product, it's a lot it's a lot difficult. But
And
um,
I would say as well, if I were to look at what kind of network to use for my program, I would look at what my competitors are using.
yeah.
Like Sharacell has a huge underground network for mom products, believe it or not, right? And so if I say I had a brand new product, I'm sorry, I love mom products. I just had a baby this past last year, so I'm like all into looking at these things. But I've noticed any mom product you can imagine is in Sharacell, which means a ton of mom bloggers and affiliates are in Sharacell. So I might consider that. And so I'm a big believer in seeing what your competitors are doing. What the people you're trying to target, what are they joined to, right? And if you have a huge competitor that's in a certain network, it's a probably good chance that they're already joined to that network, which makes it an easy transition.
Yeah. And I think now it makes sense to me. I was just noticing the entire episode you're kind of referring mom products, but now it makes sense. But
Sorry.
no, but
I'm doing a lot
congratulations.
of, well, thank you. I laugh that she's my first. And so I'm like now consumed in this, this mom world. And my husband laughs because I seem to, any commercial or ad I see, I'm like, ooh, I have to buy that. Do I need it? No. But I'm the worst at that. And so I've been, of course, researching their affiliate programs because this is the industry I live in. And I went down a really big rabbit hole and boom, there's ShareSale. Yeah.
Interesting story. All right, okay. So I think kind of coming down to kind of like some of our last questions. I guess the third biggest piece of scaling. So we've talked about improving performance of existing affiliates. We've talked about acquiring qualified affiliates at scale. Let's talk about scale. Of an affiliate marketing team. Right now, can you talk about, yeah, because LiquidWeb's affiliate program is huge. It's similar to what you've also kind of worked with at Bluehost. Um, and so what I'm like, when you built out this team or when you kind of inherit a team, what does a affiliate marketing team of a scaled program look like, in terms of team structure and like distribution of roles and responsibilities?
Yeah. Of course. So with me, it is a little bit unique because I am over 3 brands. And so my team, I
Hmm.
do have separated. I want you to mainly focus on iThemes and you mainly focus on Nexus and you and LiquidWeb. I mean, they overlap quite a bit actually.
Hmm.
But I do try to have a lot of them with the same roles. I like to have people who are multi-talented. And a lot of these people I work with now, I've worked with actually previous companies or in my previous experience. And so I know that they have the ability to recruit, so they can find and onboard. And then once they've onboarded them, they are good account managers. So they
Hmm.
know how to manage that team. And then they can work with them ongoing. I'm not a big fan on, we're gonna recruit them and then I'm gonna pass them on to you and you'll be that account manager. But then, oh, if you need this, I'm gonna pass them to somebody else. I want people on my team who can handle it from A to Z. They will
Hmm.
have different jobs and roles. Some of them are much better. Some are really good at, I have one that's loves analytics. And so I'm like, okay, yeah, let's help you. Let's do some reporting. Let's do some of things. And then I try to have other people focus on some tools and kind of help out in other areas. But overall, I want them to have all those skills so
Hmm.
that they can, from the time they say hello to their first affiliate to that time that person has sent us 100 sales and we're still working with them, I want them to be that person the entire time.
Got it. Yeah. I think that's a great way of approaching it. Just because I think in the whole affiliate channel, there's just so many things you can do. You can educate, you can acquire, you can build relationships, and I think it requires a wide variety of skill sets. In terms of the people that you hire in the team, right? What kind of a background do you usually look at? Like, does someone like, if someone's a sales rep in the past, that's probably a good fit, or like someone's a marketing generalist. And I understand every role is different, and maybe someone from analytics can also kind of thrive in the role. But like, where do you kind of lean towards when you kind of hire for the team?
I'm a big believer that every color of the rainbow makes something beautiful.
Hmm.
And so I love someone with a sales background, someone with a marketing background, but I do it also, it has to do with personality as well. I
Hmm.
really like people where I know they're going to be great with affiliates and they have that personable skills. And even if I sent them to a conference, I know they would do well and they would network and they'd meet a lot of people. And so I do think that as well, since affiliate marketing is such a unique, very unique thing. It's growing, but from when I started, 7 years ago, I think I was probably one of the only person I knew who had an affiliate title, right? And so, but it's something that can be learned, absolutely. So when I hire, they don't necessarily have to have an affiliate title or done affiliate marketing. But if I feel like they have done sales or they have done marketing or some kind of, I don't know, some kind of lead gen or some kind of account management. Account management, I think, is a really big one. Then yeah, let's give them a shot. Let's teach them that affiliate side and just let them go with it. But I
Nice.
think account management and sales, that definitely is a big one.
That makes sense. Cool. All right. So, kind of last question. I mean, one of the last two questions. One is, we've talked about KPIs. We've talked about some important KPIs, and you said the conversion rate, of an affiliate is a super important KPI, and just like that,
Mhm.
one of the higher level KPIs is, what's the overall revenue from affiliates. That's really what the affiliate team's working on, right? What are some other important KPIs that you feel should be tracked in any scaled affiliate program? Like, what are some of these two or three things that are super super key for you to know if the program's going in the right direction or
Yeah. I would say that's a very big question.
not?
Definitely revenue, yes. Conversion rate, yes. I would say again, quality of affiliates, which is something that's very hard to track.
Hmm.
One big thing that I do is I have a place that I track the top, I guess, top rankings, right? So
Hmm.
in reputable companies. So if it's a top 10 hosting company, or if it's, if you're going to start a website, here's who you should go, or top WordPress. And I just kind of, I guess, see where we are on that scale. That's something that
Hmm.
I track heavily. I have a list of them and I say we're fifth place, we're first place, we're second place. And that's,
Hmm.
as a director, I need to be keeping track of that.
Hmm.
As well as, like I said, you got to be checking Google constantly because those people are changing. And so, although, like I said, we talked about long tails, we talked about VIP, we can't underestimate Google searches.
Yeah.
They're really the ones who bring most of the revenue. And so it is a lot of those tracking. It is, okay, look, this person is now third on Google on the first page. They're the third listing. Where do they recommend us? Oh, we're only fifth. Okay, let's I'll put that down. We are fifth place. Let's get higher in that. And that's again harder to track. I do have my analytics tool that tracks that, so I can see where we are in the status. But that's something that, as far as revenue goes, you can't take that for granted. Any of those changes, when you have everything in place, like a good conversion rate, that's going to bring immediate revenue.
Got it. Got
So
it. And so and just a side question, it seems like there's a lot of, like, you guys really put in an effort on like each affiliate, it's like, this is a great affiliate, it's kind of put them as a lead. This is someone who's ranking number three. And so is that the case? Like, you go one affiliate at a time, or have you kind of put in processes to kind of do things where, like, for example, you're sending out emails to 100 people. I know you said you don't do that, but do you just go with one affiliate at a time and like give special attention to each affiliate?
yeah, we try to. I feel like, again, like the whole quality thing, I try to. It is more work, but I feel like affiliates are smart, and if you're spamming hundreds of emails a
Oh
day that
yeah.
are very generic, they're gonna know. It is time consuming, and like I said, we have a lot of tools to try and combat that time, to give
Hmm.
me alerts, to let me know these things. But yeah, it is a lot of individual time spent. I try to be, as I am a director, yes, there are thousands of affiliates, but I try to know who each one is pretty well. And I hear a username and I go, oh, I know that website, it's this. And
Hmm.
I think we're doing this. Is there an update? And that's why I say account management is very, very important.
Hmm.
It is hard to keep track of all of them. It is hard to give them the individualized attention, but there are tools, there are resources, and I think it's worth it.
Got it.
I just feel like overall the affiliates know it too, and they appreciate it more.
Yep. That makes sense. And I really liked your point, like kind of the sheet that you have where you kind of just monitoring like top rankings of reputable companies. That's a fantastic way to kind of understand, if you're constantly at number three, number four, there's probably a reason why that particular site or company is at number one, and you should kind of try to backtrack on like what is it that they're doing and kind of work on improving that. So that was a great KPI as such. All right, so last question. So like I said at the start of this episode, we're doing a series of episodes on affiliate marketing. Who would be a great person, according to you, to kind of invite on the podcast to talk about this?
To invite in the podcast, I mean, I would say Pat Flynn. I feel like he is just so good at affiliate marketing, and uh, he's a genius. He is
Hmm.
also one of the, like I said, the kindest people you'll ever meet. You would never in a million years think that he has millions of dollars because he's just so kind. He's really good to interview. Um, I work a lot in like the WordPress space, so I can tell you all these WordPress people to interview.
Hmm.
Um, You should get in contact with one of my good friends. His name is Travis Jacobson. He was
Mm-hmm.
previously doing the affiliate marketing for Automatic, which is Jetpack, WordPress, WooCommerce.
Mm-hmm.
And he has an awesome insight into affiliate marketing. He's been doing it longer than I have. He's previously a mentor of mine. So he'd be awesome to get on the show.
It's amazing. Yeah, I will definitely get in touch. But cool. All right. So thanks so much, Saralyn. What an amazing, amazing episode. You really kind of went into the weeds and you very patiently answered, specific questions. To be sometimes too specific, but
That's
really,
fair. I like to go on tangents.
yeah. But I mean, this is a super insightful episode. Now, if listeners wanted to kind of follow your work or contact you directly, how can they do that? And what's next for you?
Yeah, absolutely. They can reach out to me. You can find me on LinkedIn. It's Saralyn Scherer, Scherer. Or feel free to just email me. My email is shasheer@liquidweb.com, which is SSCHERER at liquidweb.com. I'm actually currently doing some mentoring with an affiliate agency called the Affiliate Pros that like that's kind of where also the mom products are coming in. We've been doing affiliate programs for really, really small programs and helping them, basically mentoring them, getting them going, getting them started. And that's the kind of a fun thing is I love working in the corporate world. I love the big program that I manage, but it's so fun to go back to the beginning and see something start out. So that's really what I'm doing in the future is kind of a side thing. It's been really fun.